Hey friends, welcome back to OG Universe. Thanks for stopping by today. On the turntable, we got something a little spooky. We got the Mcfarlane Toys DC Multiverse, DC versus Vampires Green Lantern. So this is the fourth figure that's come out in the DC versus Vampires subline from Mcfarlane Toys. First one we got was this guy here, the Batman. A very impressive repaint and reuse, brand new head sculpt. New weapon accessory, paint scheme, just an absolutely spectacular looking figure. Then we got the Joker that came out as well. Another gold label exclusive. Really beautiful stylization for that head sculpt. Just incredible. And we got a tribute to the 80s Superpowers toy line with that Joker mallet too. That is really nice. And then we got Superman. The Superman is a reuse of the Page Puncher's body buck. Absolutely stunning artwork on all this card art, and even have the bite marks there on Superman, and it has it on the action figure as well. Again, beautiful sculpting, detail, paintwork, really impressive. This vampire DC versus Vampire line has not been disappointing. And with the fourth figure here, the Green Lantern, man, it continues that tradition. So let's take a look at the packaging. Again, beautiful, stunning artwork. Look at that. He has construct fangs. That is so damn nice. And then the figure card art is exact same as the back packaging. You have the display stand, the figure, some effect pieces, and that's it. We don't have extra set of hands, but that's okay because these effect pieces are damn good. And I think the extra set of hands really wouldn't have done much for this figure because they're sprawled out, they're vampiric, they're animalistic, they're sharp claws, and I think a normal set of hands would have really not done much for this figure. Doesn't need them. So this boa here, this energy construct, it reminds me of the Creeper. If you're a DC Batman fan, you know who the Creeper is. He has that crazy red boa going on. It reminds me of a hyena character, but hopefully one day we'll see that figure in action figure form from Mcfarlane Toys. And then he has this really cool gauntlet, this construct here. Looks so damn good. It just wraps around his hand really nicely. Stays in place, it's not loose. And man, this figure is impressive. So I just want to take off this boa really quickly. Just pegs into the back here. There's a spot of port where the original Green Lantern, Hal Jordan, which this body buck was first used, I believe he had a jetpack or something going on. I have that 2-pack. I never opened it. So I thought, oh, they're going to make another Green Lantern figure down the road. They never did. And that was released in 2021. So hopefully in 2024, we're going to get a new Green Lantern Hal Jordan figure. And then you got this effect piece that just comes off nice and easy as well. And it's just really well done. Wrapped around his hand nicely. Really nice effect piece. Now, let's take a look at this head sculpt in closer detail. It is absolutely awesome. These vampire or DC versus Vampire figures have been incredibly well done with head sculpts that are just pushing them over the top as a repaint. Because they're simple repaints. Body bucks that are used before multiple times, but the head sculpts are just awesome on these figures. The red eyes, well, you can see on my camera here, you can see a bit of the red. On the packaging, you saw a lot of flaming red. From a distance, it definitely has the red. The fangs are nice and sharp here. They look really well done. Now the hair, man. If you saw my Titans Beast Boy Build-A-Figure review, that has some extremely sharp parts. This does as well. Be careful. These are all sharp, hard plastic, prickly points. So if you're moving the figure's head around, probably grab it from the side because these are sharp and they will prick your fingers, especially this mother right here. It's damn sharp. But yeah, so this is the same body buck like we said. The original Green Lantern used in the Hal Jordan versus Dawnbreaker 2-pack. Only thing that's changed, the hands, the head, of course. But if you wanted to get this 2-pack and do a little modification, you know, paint that neck, swap out the hands, you could have a pretty cool looking Hal Jordan or alien figure even. If you want to put a non-humanoid head on there, you could have a different kind of Green Lantern going on, right? From your Green Lantern Corps, especially with these hands. That's pretty cool. The one glaring thing with this figure that holds it back from being one of the best is this squishmallow-like abdominal section. It is so soft and pliable. I don't get that. I hate it. I really don't like it when Mcfarlane does this because guess what? When you try and move that torso back, yeah, We get this, and you can see up here, all it is a ball joint and this high diaper piece up there. That's it. Nothing else is going on. There's no plastic. It's just that ball joint segment. And even when you go back, you're gonna have this on the back too. So that's really, really disappointing to see a figure that's been over 2 years old. They could have modified that and make it better. So that's one of the things that are definitely holding back this figure. All the attention, the detail, the sculpt, line work, all the extra embellishments look fantastic. We'll go through articulation real quickly. So I said, be careful with his head, but he does have a good side attitude going on. You can look up, down, not too much. He does have the spacer ball joint in the shoulder for the butterfly hinge. He has a swivel at the bicep, double jointed ratcheted elbows, ball joints at the wrist, and nicely hidden by this wrist gauntlet as well. We went through that ab articulation. Definitely got to work on the squishmallow abs. Ball joints at the hips, double jointed ratcheted knees, all the toe articulation, ball joints, everything you got going on here with the side pivot as well. And the ball joints hidden pretty decently as well, so it's not too bad. But overall, some nice articulation on this figure. It looks incredible, but this is a deterrent right there. So let's put his accessories back on. So what I would do is just open this up a little bit and wrap it around his forearm. If you can get that on there. There we go. It's a little loose, but there we go. It'll go back on. Now this one's a little trickier because you got this ball peg here. Got this peg that's just gonna go into this hole right here. And we'll try and get this on nice and easy. I don't think I'll be taking this off too often. It's definitely gonna stay on the figure because it just makes it look so much cooler. But there you go. Now let's do a couple comparisons. So this here is the Jon Stewart Green Lantern from Endless Winter. This is the second time they've used this body buck. They've released Jon Stewart twice. Single carded figure with a lot of accessories. And he had flesh tone hands. Now this one here, it doesn't have that squishmallow abdominal section. It's a harder, rigid plastic, right? So when you do go back, he does have this, unfortunately. And when you move him back this way, he does have that flap that comes up a little bit. But the one on Green Lantern, the vampire one, is just so much softer. So let me know in the comments below if the Green Lantern, Hal Jordan, and Dawnbreaker 2-pack have that same problem. Or is it more stiff, harder plastic like the Jon Stewart? So we see these two figures together. These two look really good. Same body buck, but you can tell there's a difference between these two guys. And I think it's apparent that, you know, a little bit extra paint work to really make this a traditional Jon Stewart goes a long way. If this was fixed on this Hal Jordan, that abdominal section, this would be a fantastic Hal Jordan. I really like the head sculpt on the original. But I'm hoping 2024 we see a brand new release of a Hal Jordan, not using this body buck, brand new body buck. Fingers crossed, let's hope. And we'll take a look at a couple other figures with this vampire Green Lantern. We got Alan Scott from the Collector series. Really like this Alan Scott. Price is totally whack, it's out to lunch, but these two look interesting together. It's nice to have some extra Green Lanterns on your shelf, the Green Lantern core. The newly released Atomic Skull. I really like this figure. It's from the Superman Atomic Skull 2-pack, Gold Label exclusive. Really nice looking figure. Then we got another, this figure's a little bit of a big boy. We got the Lobo. Really excited for that newly announced Lobo figure with his Space Hog and dog. Extra head sculpt, guitar, accessories. It looks fantastic. Very, very interesting getting that set. Should be released November, December. Gonna pre-order that this week. Very nice. And then if you want to take a look at another figure, we got the Batman. Now this is a lighter tone, kind of a Justice League style Batman. That's going to be in my collection. It's got a lighter tone to him. Definitely more of that Justice League vibe to it. It's the Rebirth Batman. And these two, you know, they look pretty good together. The Green Lantern buck is bigger, more muscular. So it throws this Batman off a bit. But I do like this Batman. I just want to see how these two look together. And then we got the figure that I've been using quite a bit. Basically, it's my definitive Superman in my collection. We did the torso extension. We switched out the neck peg as well. And yeah, I like this Superman. These two I think would throw down really nicely in some action figure photography. Yeah, very cool. So there you go, guys. That was the DC versus Vampires Green Lantern figure. Gold label exclusive. I think this is a no-brainer. Pick this up. You're not going to be disappointed. It's a sub-theme that I really don't have a connection with, but the figures look absolutely outstanding, and they are worthy additions to your collection. This Green Lantern as a vampire is totally impressive. The effect pieces are nice. Only one thing holding it back, and that's that abdomen. If you can get by that, man, putting this figure on your shelf will definitely have some display status. So there you go, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Let me know in the comments below about this Green Lantern. What do you think of it? Are you picking it up, adding it to your collection? Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more videos on the way.